Severe weather out there, but yes, the past couple of days are pretty nice. Temperatures generally have been above normal. Now, yesterday was pretty much on point. We had a high of 50 degrees, and typically this time of year, highs are in the upper 40s. So 49s are average, but just looking at where we've started, January 1st, we had a high of 72 degrees. We've had a couple of other days where temperatures were in the 60s and 70s. So far, we're at 8.9 degrees above normal for the month of January. This is our National Cowboy Museum camera, part of our Lucky Star SkyChem network. We're at 44 degrees, so a little chilly this morning after starting out in the 20s and 30s. The wind, though, it is completely calm, so it doesn't feel terrible outside by any means. Upper 20s and low 30s across the northeast, but we do have some low to mid 50s in the southwest and just kind of a mix of low to even upper 40s in parts of central Oklahoma with a north wind between about 5 to as much as around 15 miles an hour. But in western Oklahoma, that wind has already shifted to the south between about 5 to 15 or so. And eventually that wind's going to shift for everyone across the state towards the east and southeast as we go throughout the day today. And that's eventually going to bring in some warmer air. But you can see high pressure's in full control. It's very quiet across the central and southern plains. So it's going to be a little bit longer before we actually do get a decent amount of moisture in here. The good news is we do have one wave that's going to be moving through sometime during the day on Sunday. With this one, really not expecting a whole lot. Again, not a whole lot of moisture to work with, but there is a chance of a few showers during the day, especially in southeast Oklahoma. And then the couple of days after that look pretty quiet, but we're going to continue to watch what is taking place on Wednesday. By Wednesday, it does look like we have a much better chance of seeing some scattered showers, maybe a possible thunderstorm or two in parts of Oklahoma, and that does include the metro, so much higher chance for rain as we get into midweek. And then by the following weekend, we're watching another storm. Some data says this is not going to happen. Some data says it does. This particular model data does say that we do have another storm to look forward to. We'll see if it stays in place, but at least we could see a little bit more rain here and there. There are storms showing up. It's just going to be a little bit harder to get that moisture in here. But it does look like by at least midweek of next week, there's a much higher chance than what we've been seeing as of late. So today we're looking for a high of about 50 degrees. Really don't see a whole lot of reason why we shouldn't hit that high that we had yesterday of 50 degrees. So a lot colder in the northeast, only about 35 in Miami, but in southwest Oklahoma, it will be a little milder with that south wind to work with. 57 in Altus, but 55 today in Hobart, 53 in Woodward, about 54 degrees this afternoon in Ardmore. Overnight tonight, we're going to be mostly clear and it's going to get pretty cold again. We're going to be dropping down to about 30 degrees, but we're also going to have that south wind. So it's not going to be terribly cold, certainly chilly, but this is actually above normal. So a south wind between 10 to 20, a little bit more wind out west, 35 in Woodward, but 26 in Clinton, 30 in Hobart, and about 30 degrees by tomorrow morning in Altus. During the day tomorrow, we will see increasing cloudiness, but we're also going to see increasing wind. So it's going to be a little windy. Temperatures will be a little bit above normal because of that. We're going with a high of about 57 in Oklahoma City, 50 in Miami this time, 59 in Woodward, the mid 60s out in the Panhandle, and about 62 degrees in Altus. By Sunday afternoon, we're going to have even more wind. Now we're going to see gusts between about 35 to as much as around 40 miles an hour, especially out west. So temperatures won't have a hard time at all making it into the mid and possibly the upper 60s, but 64 in Alvis, 61 in Enid, and 59 degrees in Ponca City. We're still going to have a lot of clouds cover around, and with the passing wave moving through, there will be a chance of rain. But clearly, it's not going to be a whole lot. I think there's going to be a little bit higher chance, though, in far southeast Oklahoma for us to see maybe a few showers, maybe an isolated storm. But the rest of us, it's just going to be a small chance of some light rain. Martin Luther King Day, that's on Monday. It does look dry, partly cloudy, so if you're headed to the parade, looks actually pretty nice. Temperatures in the mid 60s, but by Tuesday, we're back in the upper 50s. Wednesday, there's that likely chance of at least some rain around Oklahoma. Lisa, back to you.